Hello and welcome to the Crisis Confidant podcast, where we discuss and explore the challenges and issues of life. Today we're going to talk about 4 common emotional wounds that can hold us back from living our lives peacefully. They are unforgiveness, grieving, shame, and guilt. Unforgiveness is the inability or unwillingness to let go of resentment or anger towards someone who has hurt us in the past. It can keep us stuck in a cycle of bitterness and pain, and prevent us from moving on. Unforgiveness can also affect our physical health, as it can increase stress, blood pressure, and inflammation in our bodies. To heal from unforgiveness, we need to acknowledge the hurt we have experienced, and decide to forgive the person who caused it. Forgiveness does not mean condoning or forgetting what happened, but rather releasing the negative emotions that bind us to the past. Forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves, not the other person. Grieving is the natural and healthy response to losing someone or something we love. It can involve a range of emotions, such as sadness, anger, denial, bargaining, and acceptance. Grieving is a process that takes time and patience, and everyone grieves differently. There is no right or wrong way to grieve, but there are some things that can help us cope with our loss. Some of these are expressing our feelings to someone we trust, seeking support from others who have gone through a similar loss, honoring the memory of our loved one or what we lost, and finding meaning and purpose in our life. Shame is the feeling that we are flawed, unworthy, or defective as a person. It can stem from childhood experiences of abuse, neglect, or criticism, or from traumatic events that made us feel powerless or violated. Shame can make us isolate ourselves from others, hide our true selves, and avoid situations that might expose our vulnerability. Shame can also lead to self-destructive behaviors, such as addiction, self-harm, or eating disorders. To heal from shame, we need to challenge the negative beliefs we have about ourselves, and replace them with positive affirmations of our worth and value. We also need to cultivate compassion for ourselves and others, and recognize that we are not alone in our struggles. Guilt is the feeling that we have done something wrong or failed to do something right. It can arise from breaking a moral code, hurting someone else's feelings, or not meeting our own or others' expectations. Guilt can be constructive or destructive, depending on how we deal with it. Constructive guilt motivates us to make amends for our mistakes, learn from them, and grow as a person. Destructive guilt paralyzes us with fear, regret, and self-blame, and prevents us from moving forward. To heal from guilt, we need to accept responsibility for our actions, apologize sincerely to those we have harmed, and forgive ourselves for being human. These are some of the emotional wounds that can affect our well-being and happiness. By acknowledging them and working on them with courage and compassion, we can heal ourselves and live more fully and authentically. Thank you for listening to this episode of the Crisis Confidant podcast. I hope you found it useful and inspiring. Remember to subscribe and share. If you are struggling with unforgiveness, grief, shame, or guilt, visit us at schemata4u.com for more information about our certified life coaching and emotional healing services.